Here's what they say. The Temple Institute, mind you, this is a nonprofit organization in Israel. Here's what they say about the Ark of the Covenant, and it's a bold claim. The Ark of the Covenant is one of the most fascinating of all temple-related subjects. There are many theories about what happened to the Ark of the Covenant, and speculation abounds as to its actual location. Some people think it was taken to the Vatican, together with the temple vessels, such as those depicted in the Roman monument, the Arch of Titus. There are many authentic ancient historical chronicles and even more popular legends that attest to many sacred vessels having been taken away to Rome. However, this does not apply to the most holy feature of the first temple, the Ark. While some claim to have evidence that the Ark is in Ethiopia, and of course moviegoers were treated to a fanciful version of the story in Raiders of the Lost Ark, in reality the expression lost Ark is not an accurate description for the Jewish people's point of view, because we have always known exactly where it is. So the Ark is hidden, and hidden quite well, but it is not lost. So what do they mean by that? Tradition records that even as King Solomon built the first temple, he already knew through divine inspiration that eventually it would be destroyed. Thus Solomon, the wisest of all men, oversaw the construction of a vast system of labyrinths, mazes, chambers, and corridors underneath the Temple Mount complex. He commanded that a special place be built in the bowels of the earth where the sacred vessels of the temple could be hidden in case of approaching danger. Midrashic tradition teaches that King Josiah of Israel, who lived about 40 years before the destruction of the first temple, commanded the Levites to hide the ark altogether with the original menorah and several other items in this secret hiding place which Solomon had prepared. Okay, now watch this. The location is recorded in our sources. Don't know what sources that might be, but whatever. And today, there are those who know exactly where this chamber is. And we know that the ark is still there, undisturbed, and waiting for the day when it will be revealed. An attempt was made some few years ago to excavate towards the direction of the chamber. This resulted in widespread Muslim unrest and rioting. They stand a great deal to lose if the ark is revealed, for it will prove to the whole world that there really was a holy temple, and thus that the Jews really do have a claim to the Temple Mount. So the official position of the Islamic, I do not know how to pronounce that word, Waqf, the body that governs over the Temple Mount, is that there never was a holy temple and that the Jews have no right whatsoever to the place, which is baffling to me that the audacity to deny historical facts, and there's many trying to deny that the Holocaust existed and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, there is an archaeologist, Ron Wyatt. I'm sure many of you watching this are familiar with him and his work. Claims to have discovered the ark underneath the where he believes the skull of the rock was, where Jesus was crucified, and it's part of Hezekiah's tunnel. How true that is, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe that's where it is, and Hezekiah's tunnel connects to what they're calling the mazes and all of that, the corridors and chambers that Solomon had built. Who knows? Ron Wyatt seems to have seen it, and so maybe this expedition that is being talked about here by the Temple Institute that the Muslims started rioting over was the attempt to get the ark out of where Ron discovered it, or perhaps Ron didn't discover it and it's a completely different location. Either way, there are claims, and this one by the Temple Institute, that they know for sure where the Ark of the Covenant is. I think that's pretty amazing.